Hey guys, it is me, Simone. In this video, we're going to do a mixed media tag. So right now, I'm getting my distress oxide ready. I'm using the colors Mermaid Lagoon, Squeeze Lemonade, Shaded Lilac, Wild Honey, Picked Raspberry, and Tired Rose. And of course, I didn't say those in order of what I'm showing, but you get the gist. I got inspired by watching this girl. She made a card using distress oxide, and she did like a kind of a die cut out of the paper and had it peeking through with the girl on the front of it, and then just reelect it. So I thought I'll make a little tag with it, a mixed media tag. So the paper I'm using is just some watercolor paper from Michael's, just a cheap watercolor paper. And you're gonna see me put in a couple pieces of paper as a splotching paper to use, so I don't waste any of that beautiful distress oxide to wrapping up with a napkin and things like that. So both these tags have the same base of Tired Rose and Picked Raspberry, but one tag is going to get Shaded Lilac on it and then Wild Honey, and the other tag is going to get Mermaid Lagoon and Squeeze Lemonade on it. So I did show you guys earlier, it kind of went by pretty quick, but I accidentally put my Wild Honey into the Shaded Lilac part, so it stained my ink pad a little bit, but I'm okay. It's not going to ruin the outcome of me getting the color. So I'm just doing some drawing. I'm using the Ranger Heat tool. I have actually really liked this tool. It took me a while to buy it just because it was kind of expensive, and I was like, I don't know, I have an embossing gun, but I do like it. It's still really hot, but I think it's just, I don't know, I do really like it though. I do. I do. So I'm starting on both sides. I'm doing the technique that Tim Holtz always raves about, wet on wet blends, wet on dry layers. So I made sure I did that, dried the tag off really well. I'm going to cut it using these dies I got from AliExpress. They just cut into the paper, they don't cut a design out. So I totally did not realize that I was using watercolor paper, so I was kind of struggling a little bit to get these dies to really cut out. Like this one right here really didn't cut anything out, so I ended up having to go back and run through my die cutting machine 2 times. I just did 2 times for safety, and it cut out like butter. It was gorgeous. So I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna go through and cut out the paper, the same tag size out of foil paper, which is staying right next to me. This was, I don't know, I can't tell you guys, I had a lot of fun with this. Besides trying to do this with voiceover like 14 times, I had a lot of fun with this. So this foil paper is from Dollar Tree. It's in the little stationery section. It is so pretty. I have both the types of foil paper they offer. I need more. It is so pretty. And you get a lot for $1. A lot of different colors and a lot of different sheets. It's awesome. So I'm gonna cut them out. I'm using the largest tag size. As I said before, all the links for my tag die and the stamps, everything will be linked below so you can get your own if you so desire. But I think the reason I had so much fun too is I was using supplies outside of what I normally kind of do with them, and give me more creative ways. That's why I like watching YouTube and Instagram and all kinds of stuff. So I'm positioning the different foil papers with the tag so they would see how I like them. And now I'm going to stamp it out. I'm using my homemade DIY stamping platform. I like this thing because it comes in handy, but I hate it at the same time because it's very big. I am in the process of making a new one, much smaller, on the same size as a mini Misty, basically. For most of my stamps, because they're not that big, I don't really use this for like huge, big stamps. And if I do, I can pull it out. But I really want to make myself a smaller one. So I'm in the process. I just keep losing the pieces to make it. So hopefully I'll put that together pretty soon and I can make a video. Right now I'm stamping these out. I'm using Umbrella Craft ink, which is one of my favorite inks. Sadly, scrapbook.com doesn't sell it anymore, but it's okay. I'm not upset. I'm just, I'm fine. So I'm going to glue these down with some hot glue and then move on to coloring them. I'm using the Gonzai Tombi watercolor palette to color these. bring up all different things. This is very fun. And just looking at my color chart that I made to make sure I'm pulling the right colors. Otherwise, I just kind of start guessing a little bit because, again, it's okay. I can figure it out. They kind of are similar. So, this palette does not have any skin colors, so I didn't have to do a lot of mixing, which wasn't a big deal for me. But you can just pull out any watercolor palette you have. So, I'm going to eventually zoom in because I realized you really won't see the amazing detail. I'm joking. The detail I'm adding to this. So I'm going to pull in. But I made both of them kind of have like a nice like sun kiss tan look. I don't know. I feel like it really matched the personalities of them. And then I'm going to paint their flowers on their head to match the same color scheme that they're going to the tag. What? I don't know. I keep messing this part up. I'm going to color the girls' flowers to match the color scheme of the tag they're going to be on. I don't know what I was trying to say then, but you know me, I always have to do something like that in like almost all my videos. I'm not re-recording this. This is like the fifth time. So, and if I am, I'm gonna be very upset. I had a couple mishaps happen. I've smeared a couple things, but with watercolor, it's pretty forgiving. You can just add more water and slowly dilute it so it doesn't show as much. Just it really does depend on the colors, but since their skin tone does already have a little bit of red in it, and it didn't hurt that I smeared her red lipstick. But as I said though, using these different mediums was really refreshing to me. I haven't really colored like this, especially for a tag. I don't do a lot of coloring for my different projects. I'm not like that. I haven't done it in a while, so it was fun. This took me about an hour and 17 minutes to put together, roughly, but it was really, really refreshing. I really haven't sat down and craft in a long time, especially not really mixed media. I've done mostly like paper crafting stuff. So I did have fun. And using monostress oxides again, I have not used those things in a long time. That's one big reason why I haven't purchased the new, like the last two releases actually. I haven't been using them. So and I kind of wanted to wait. I really didn't like all the colors for new collections. You know, my Victorian Velvet was coming out very soon, so I just decided to wait for the rest of the collections to come out. I'll buy all of the ones I want because I really only like 4 or 5 from each new release. So trust me, I will not have all 60 colors because I do not need that many browns in my collection. I don't use them like that. So after I color the girls, I'm going to dry them and use some fussy cutting. I do not have dyes for these. I wish I kind of did, but it wasn't too bad to fussy cut. I'm telling you guys, do the method of moving the paper and not the scissors really helps go by faster. But there's a lot of fussy cutting in this video. Right now you see my hand and arm. I'm looking for my little jelly roll pen, my white one, to add white dots to their eyes. But I couldn't find it, of course. And then while I was looking, I knocked some things over, had a little mini craft avalanche. It was frustrating, but I survived. And of course, it couldn't just not fall over. But you know, messy desk equals a little bit of messiness. So mm, I have to clean up later. Yeah, I still haven't cleaned it up to this day. Sorry. But after that, I'm going to cut them out and start pulling different things I'm going to use together. I have this stamp that was on my desk and it really matched the situation. So it's the stamp from AliExpress. It has in big bold letters you and then other sentiments like you are amazing, you are best, other things like that. So I'm going to use the you are fantastic and you are beautiful set little sayings. So right now I'm using the scrapbook.com ink pad. This is the new ones that are replacing the Umbrella Craft inks. And the rest of the colors are okay. This black one is just, it's interesting. I don't know. It just doesn't stamp as dark as I wish it would. So I did have some trouble with it. Now the splotchiness that you see is not the ink pad's fault. This stamp is pretty old and doesn't stamp the best anymore. But I'm not happy. So eventually you're gonna see me go over the U part with some glitter pink glitter pen. Actually, it's from eBay. If I can find this, I'll link it below. It's just a black glitter pen, so it's going to make it really dark and shimmery at the same time. But actually, I was a little bit upset with doing this video because YouTube stopped working for some reason. I couldn't get the page to load. It kept having the error. The monkey kept popping up. If you've ever seen the monkey pop up, he kept popping up. Like, we're sending our experts monkeys on the job to see what's wrong. And I wasn't the only one. I went on, I think, Instagram, and I saw somebody else having the same problem. Like, YouTube wouldn't load. It was very frustrating. I don't know why. But luckily, it got fixed after I finished this project. So most of the time, I was kind of just doing this in silence, and I just can't do that. I can't craft in silence. I'm sorry. I need some music or something in the background. So right now, I'm going over the tags with gloss medium just to seal in the distress oxides so they don't react or are a little more, water resistant and things like that. After that, I'm going to start to bring out some things. I have some Prima flowers, some lace some lace from AliExpress, flowers from AliExpress, the gold leaves, the silver leaves, AliExpress. It's a lot of AliExpress here. I'll try my best to link as much as I can in the description bar below for you guys. If it's not there, I couldn't find it. But while I was making this video, I was a little bit upset because I really love those gold leaves, and I kind of wish I got them in silver too. And I could only find one of my silver leaves left over in my little flower container, so I really need to buy more because they're so pretty. So right now I'm using a hot glue gun to glue down the lace. I'm using that pokey stick tool to help me glue it down because I'm not trying to burn myself. I already have one burn mark on my finger from when I accidentally touched hot glue. It's actually in one of my videos. It's in my DIY fall shaker video. It's so painful. So I'm using some of my flowers from AliExpress. I love my small flowers I bought a while ago. They're very cheap, but I use them so much, and I don't use the other flowers I have because they're much bigger, and I do a lot of small projects, so they're just too overpowering. So I really need to use those more. Here's my little Winkastella kind of like pin, but it's not Winkastella. It's called a glitter pin. Whatever. I made a video about it, like reviewing them. They're really pretty colors. I'm not gonna lie. I'll leave that video below in the description bar below if you're curious. Oh, it'll be at the end cap of if you want to see that review on these pins. They're really nice. I do love them. They're nice pins. So just do that. They were so beautiful and so dark. It was like kind of like breathtaking. I was like, yes, dark color. I wanted a black, not like a charcoal. I'm just using some fun foam here to help out. This foam is actually from the DIY fall video. I cut the foam frames out. So, but right now, those blue flowers you see, the little stamens that were inside of them came off. So I just ripped them, make sure that nothing was left over, and then just adding my own little gems to them. Because only one of the stamens came off, and the other one was there, but it looked weird. And it was like yellow stamen, so it didn't really match. I'm going to add those little flowers here and add my sayings, see where I want to put them. I was kind of tempted to not add the U, but I really love the U, and I worked way too hard on that U. So on the left one, the U worked perfectly fine, but on the right one, it just didn't. I had to find a good placement for it. But you're going to see a close shot of these babies, and they are gorgeous. I love them. I love them. I think they're so pretty. I need to make more, or just different, just something different. They're so much fun. But that's it in my video. Much love, guys, and I will talk to you later. Get crafty and play with your stuff, guys. Much love. Bye.